All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 784 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And I'm going to tell you guys, look, Kirk Cousins, man, he nailed this press conference. He handled the media very well. He was able to resonate with some things that he was able to resonate with his message, what he wanted to say. And his connections to Atlanta it runs deeper than we thought. And to me, it just seems like this was probably the better fit out of any other quarterback we were probably going to bring here. You know, even if it was a Justin Fields or whoever, even though Justin Fields is from Kennesaw, this guy here just seems like he has much more roots, much more than Justin Fields. I mean, the way that he brought it out and the way that he said things, it makes it seem that way. So I want to talk about how well he did in his press conference, and I walked away very impressed. Some things he said really resonated with me. We're going to get into all of that. If this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble. I am also on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. If you want to watch the podcast, you can watch it on Spotify or Rumble. If you want to just listen, YouTube and Apple is the way to go. I can be found on X at VF Baller. The website is firstandframerates.com. If you want to support the show, CashApp and PayPal links are below. I really would appreciate it. And let's just get right into this. Look, listen. There's a few things that Kirk Cousins said that made me think that, you know what, this guy is a bona fide leader. We already know the numbers. We see what he's able to do on the field. The Achilles is an issue. And one of the things that stood out said he was able to drop back and pass. If he rolls out, that's where the Achilles is still in the rehab stage. So between now, which is March, and August, September, definitely he should be ready to go. But there's a little bit of still concern there. But he said he's good. They say he's good. I just have to believe him on that. So outside of that, I have no other concerns. You look at what he's been, what he's tied to when it comes to this area. I think he said his wife, family is here. His son, one of his sons was born here. He named his son after Ted Turner, the place where he was born. I think he got married in Roswell or something like that. I don't have the notes in front of me, but I know everything that he has tied to this area is pretty much rooted in. And he said he had moments when he watched his father-in-law root for the Braves, root for the Hawks, root for the Falcons, and he saw the passion that his father-in-law had, and that made that helped his decision on coming here. So he was able to bring that that joy to his father-in-law, and that right there. I mean, listen, I'm a married man, and I understand the importance of having that relationship with your in-laws, and when you have a good relationship, it makes you want to do much more than you thought you ever would do. And for him, I totally get it. It resonated with me, and I was extremely, it felt extremely good to know that for him, it's not just him coming here to just get paid. Now, the way he get paid, he gets down, he gets the bag. Don't get me wrong. He knows how to get paid. He got an excellent agent, but it just seemed like for him, it was more sentimental than just, I want to come to the Falcons and just, skirt by for the next few years until I retire. It seemed like he's somewhat on a mission. For the way that he presents himself, it makes you as a fan want to be supportive. You want to root for the feel-good story. And it just feels like a feel-good story. And for him to, recruit Darnell Mooney here, and, for him to get Kyle Pitts to try to recruit him here as well, it seems like the rest of the team, Drake London, he said he talked to Drake London, talked to Bijan, he talked to some guys on the staff on the way down here, some of the players on the way down to Atlanta. These guys are excited. They really like the fact that Kirk Cousins is coming here. Now, I don't look at Kirk Cousins one of these top tier quarterbacks or anything like that, but I will say he put up top tier numbers. And if this is the way to get him over the hump, you go through this division of the NFC South, you get a playoff game at home, you win that playoff game, you can end up being somewhere like the Lions where you're like this close to getting to the Super Bowl. Just to have the opportunity, you can make things happen. And the way this team is being built with the pedigree of the coaching staff, what the GM is doing, and what Kirk Cousins is bringing to the table, he's definitely is that missing piece that we needed last year. Definitely. You could tell by the way he was talking and what he's bringing and what he wants to do and how he wants to do it and learn from this offense. And the offense is basically the type of offense he ran in Minnesota. You could tell this is what he wants to do. And you could tell that he's committed to it. He got family in this area that he feels like he wants to put that level of responsibility on his playing ability. For me, I'm sitting here thinking like, wow, this is something that we don't hear. We didn't hear this from Matt Ryan, and I'm not trying to say that he's better than him or whatever. You didn't hear this type of deeply rooted, this deeply rooted situation with Matt Ryan, even though Matt Ryan did, bought a house here and everything. Excuse me. Then you have Michael Vick. You didn't have that deep rooted seed of having to be in Atlanta like this. Now, I know a lot of people thinking being in Atlanta, you got to be a part of the culture. And we know he's the Kirk chains and all this other stuff. I get it. I'm not against that. I want him to be a part of that too. And he said the only way we get there, we got to win. So we got to be winning some games before you see that side of Kirk Cousins. So we got to get on board. The team got to get together and they got to start piling up some wins. I want to see 10, 11, 12, 13 wins. For them to get 7 wins out of the team we had last year, you get a quarterback like Kirk Cousins. I mean, come on, you can get 4 more wins, right? You can get 4 or 5 more wins, right? Hopefully. I don't know. But, but you did everything you're supposed to do to get the type of player you want in place. It is very hard to be upset about this. If you're upset about this, you're just finding something to be upset about. Now, if you have concerns, I totally get it. It's good to have a concern because of the injury. I think the money's still an issue. People are still tripping about that. I understand it. But based on what he could bring to the table as far as his ability and the numbers he put up, is very hard. Is very hard to dispute that. With the quarterback you got and the players you got, this man could throw for almost 5,000 yards next year. And I'm serious. I mean, do I need to talk about the weapons? Bijan, Drake, Mooney, Pitts, Algier. I mean, come on. All those guys can catch. So to me, and then you're probably going to get another wide receiver in the draft. So the way I look at it is like this. I love how this is all playing out, from the coaches, the staff that the coach brought to the table, the quarterback, the other signings we had. I love every bit of it. Am I on board? I can't help but to be on board. I mean, because to be honest, this team has done everything right ever since we was looking for a new coach. There's not much wrong about what's been going on. They done a very good job. And one other thing that really jumped out at me now, and then before I get out of here, I will say this. Kirk Cousins said something that really resonated, and it made me think like, okay, he's not only serious from the connections that he has in Atlanta, but he's committed based on what the personnel is on the field. He said this in the press conference. He said, I want to study these guys, meaning London, Pitts, and Bijan. I want to study these guys, and I want to study them with them because he wanted them to be there when he studied them. He believed if we do that, it's going to I think this is quoted wrong. So we're going to like where we want to be moving forward. I guess that sounds right. But with that said, he basically said he want to see every catch that Drake, Pitts, and Bijan Robinson have made in their college and their professional careers. He want to see what type of players he got so he know where you put the ball at on each player, where to throw the ball to. He want to study them, and he wants to watch them do it as well. He believes if they do that, we're going to like where we are as we move forward. I love it. I love what he said. I absolutely love what he said. I think that is phenomenal. He wants to be in tune with his players. I'm pretty sure Mooney's going to be a part of that too. But you got to understand, man, this is what a real quarterback looks like. I know it's been a few years since Matt Ryan's been gone, But this is what a real quarterback looks like. You know, to me, it is no different than what Matt Ryan brought to the table. It's just a little different. It's just a little bit. But it's a lot like what Matt Ryan brought to the table. Hopefully that Achilles is good and he'll be ready to go. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think. I think we got a good one, y'all. I think we're good. Barring injury, I think we're gonna be fine. Do I think we're gonna win a Super Bowl? Year one, I mean, come on. I mean, those expectations are really high if you want that, but I think we're gonna be in a good spot. I really, really do. And I can't wait to see how this goes. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble, also on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts. If you want to support the show, Cash App and PayPal links are below. Follow me on X at VLBaller. And the website is firstandframerates.com. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all guys on the next one. Y'all take it easy and y'all be blessed. Peace.